Alright, today we are here in the Philippines. I'm at an island called Pandaland, and so I'm going to be giving you kind of a recap, not really a recap, I already did a recap, but kind of an after-action report of the Pandaland Sanctional and what I specifically learned and what I'll change going into training going forward once I get back home. First of all, before we get started though, I'd like to insert an awesome montage of the Great Wall of China, which was an absolute blast and really cool to see. Alright, so let's jump right back into it. So obviously, as a quick recap, we know unofficially I've qualified to the Open, and this year we decided to go to Pandaland early in the season. I'll take a little bit of a break, and then I'll probably go to multiple other sanctionals. I know one we're going to go to is Rogue. We're going to kind of figure out some other ones along the way, because I think it's important that you go to these sanctioned events and learn something about yourself. I think I've talked about it in a previous video, but I think one thing I really made the mistake in 2019 going into the CrossFit Games was the idea that I didn't go to very many sanctionals. So I didn't have a whole lot of competition underneath my belt. I felt very nervous at the CrossFit Games because I hadn't been on a competition floor for almost 2 full years. And so it was kind of nerve-wracking. And now I think it's important to go to these things, learn something about yourself, change training, and then go forward to the CrossFit Games in 2020 with your best foot forward. So if you go to any event, whether it's a local competition or a sanctional or the games, you always learn something about yourself. And so that's the importance of going to these. You'll look at the end of it and you'll think to yourself, okay, what did I do well at? And what do I need to improve at going forward in order to become the best athlete of myself, or the better version of myself per se. So I'm going to break it down kind of by what I learned and how I'm going to change it. One thing I need to work on is my ability to cycle my 80 to 90% of any barbell movement well. We all kind of know, and this is one thing I'll talk about later, but we all kind of know that my 1 rep max isn't going to be the greatest on the field. Like, I'm not going to roll out and win a strength event unless it's a bench press. And so, therefore, if I can't lift as much as everyone else in the field, then I need to make sure that I can still cycle my 80 to 90% as well as the other guys, if not better. Because what happened is, like in event number 1, I went on the floor for a heavy clean complex. And clean's one of my better movements. If we're talking clean and jerk, or snatch, is one of my better movements to clean. But still, when I'm pitted against guys who have a heavier clean than me, Lucas Parker, Adam Davidson, I mean all these guys, I still couldn't keep up with their ability to cycle 315. Granted, all the way up till 315, I felt in control, I felt well. Even 275, I was in the lead, a little bit above Adam, just a tad. Maybe I was a little bit behind, but either way, it doesn't matter. But once we got to 315, which is like 90% of my clean max, I couldn't keep up with Lucas and I couldn't keep up with Adam because their ability to cycle it was so much better. So going forward, I need to make sure that my 89% of my snatch, of my clean and jerk, of my clean, of my deadlift, of my thruster, you name it, whatever it is, I need to make sure that I can cycle it just as well, if not better than those guys at the same weight. Not at their percentage, because their percentage of 89% is going to be heavier, but I need to make sure at that specific weight, I need to be able to cycle it better. The next thing I need to work on going forward, I kind of realized in event number 3. Event number 3 was like a double under wall ball box jump over. It was like an on-the-minute workout, and it's a great workout to see how well you transition. Now, you know, when I say transitions, like if we're doing Fran, there's a difference between transitions into certain workouts we do. Right? If we're going to transition between Fran, you're going to make sure that you drop that thruster and you're right on the barbell or the bar for the pull-ups, right? And I need to make sure that ability to transition fast, that kind of like sense of urgency transfers over in different workouts. So for event number 3, we had to do 20 double R's in a minute, lay the rope down and get the wall ball. I didn't take my jolly good sweet time getting the wall ball, don't get me wrong. But by the time I got to the wall ball, Khan already had 1 or 2 wall ball reps because he almost ran there. And so I need to make sure that there's a sense of urgency in my transitions. And this kind of carries over not between event number 3, but also a couple other events. A couple other events I took my sweet time getting there, and transitions a little bit slow, and that especially became apparent in event number 5, the last event. Big wind is coming in. Sorry about that, guys. I can't stop anyway, so like event number 5, we had to transition between the rower and some kind of dumbbell movement multiple times, almost 9, 10 times, almost 12 times actually if you count the gymnastics portion. And so the amount of transitions we had to do in that workout were killer. So if you got off the rower and kind of walked over to the single arm dumbbell overhead squats, which is what I did multiple times, then you tend to lose a lot of time. That's how Con kind of got ahead in the beginning, was because my transitions were really slow. The next thing I need to work on really well is my ability to snatch under duress. I'm not going to say clean under duress because we already kind of cleaned under duress in event number 1, but snatch under duress with a time cap. It's not something I practice very much. It's not something we practice very much at all, to be honest. Like, we tend to get in there and do a snatch session, which you guys might watch in my barn, but we're not like snatching under a time cap. We're not snatching, you know, after doing a bunch of burpees or rowing or doing this or doing that. Instead, I'm just snatching and just focusing on that. Now, I want to clarify that that is important because one of the things I need to improve on, which is not on this list, but is still very important, is my ability to improve my 1 rep max lifts, improve my ability to clean and jerk heavier, improve my ability to snatch heavier. And so it's important to get that snatch weight heavier, and the ability to get that snatch weight heavier stems from those snatch sessions where I'm just doing snatch. But on top of improving my 1 rep max, and on top of improving my 80 to 90%, which we already talked about, I need to improve on my ability to lift and snatch under duress. And what I mean was event number 4. Event number 4, we had 5 minutes to do 50 bar facing burpees straight into a 1 rep max snatch for that 5-minute time cap. And I actually got done with the 50 burpees slower than normal because I wanted to, slower than most guys, because I wanted to make sure that I could hit the weights I wanted to hit. And I kind of came in probably not super confident in my lifts. I think I hit 235 in the back room, in pounds, 235 pounds in the back room, and kind of felt iffy about it. And I should have known that once you get out on the competition floor, you're going to feel much more comfortable. And I didn't really think about that, and I didn't take the chance I shouldn't have taken. And so that's might be another portion, as I need to take more chances and trust myself. But I got out there, got my burpees done at a decent pace. Missed 225, and that's not great for your confidence. Hit 225, hit 235, and then easily hit 245, and I should have probably get a little heavier. And so it's important to practice those things. I don't personally practice a small time cap where it's accomplish this and then find a 1 rep max or find this in this lift or whatever. And so I need to practice more of that. That way when I get out there at the CrossFit Games or out there at another sanctional, I feel more comfortable with the idea of, okay, I'm going to turn and burn at this kind of like buy-in portion, and then I'm going to feel confident, I'm going to hit my weights I want to hit, and I'm going to take some chances on this lift that'll put me in a decent qualifying position, because that snatch gave me a 9th place overall, and 9th place out of like 20, 30 dudes is not really good, and it gave me a lot of points, and therefore honestly lost me the competition, the ability to get first. But that's something I need to work on, is my ability to snatch under duress. And that's really it, guys. So those are the kind of things I learned from the Pandaland sanctioned event. I'm sure if there are more events, or if I go to different sanctioned events, or when I go to different sanctioned events, I will learn more from those, and I'll combine it and kind of combine and take it and say, okay, this is the spectrum of things I need to improve on. So that's kind of what I want to also say to you guys. It's important to kind of do an after action report, and this can really be applied to anything in life, but I'm applying it to my CrossFit sanctioned event competition, because it's important to see and talk out loud and say, okay, this is what I'm not good at, this is how I'm going to improve on it, let's go back to the drawing board. So we're going to spend a couple days here in Paradise. I'm actually going to probably do a couple workouts over there on that dock back there. We're going to spend a couple days here, travel back home, and then turn and burn. We're gonna accomplish this and fix some of these things. That way the next sanctioned event I go to, I feel a little more confident. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys later. See ya.